What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? I seen the Mike Epps thing where he was talking about brothers that do 30 years and things like that in prison, and they come home, and whether they're celebrated or not. And I think that a lot of people might have took some of his comments out of context, right? But it was nothing for me to troll him about or double down on. But I see he made a video maybe a day or two later to clarify what he was talking about. And I think in the clarification, I understood what he was saying from the beginning. I'm not even going to jump all over that. But I'm going to get to my point in 1 second. So, in regards to that, I don't want to sit here and nitpick or overanalyze Mike Epps. I like Mike Epps. Mike Epps even follows my Instagram page, DC Blacks. But this is what I want to say. The only reason I'm making this video is because I seen Goofy TV, Jamil Lindsay. For a dude that don't care nothing about the incarcerated culture, look here, what's up, salute. For a dude that don't care nothing about the incarcerated culture or the street culture or the subculture, every time something comes out about something that got something to do with the subculture or the incarceration culture, goofy ass TV always got something to say. So let me make it clear. I'm only making this video because I seen Goofy TV talking as if he's an expert on anything that got anything to do with a real nigga coming home from jail. First and foremost, he the type of nigga that went in on one sentence. Remember, he got 3 to 9. He claims he done 7, 8, 9 years on 3 to 9, and he didn't do it straight. So, for the sake of what I'm saying, goofy ass TV, he is one of them niggas that goes in and out of jail. He probably should have never been celebrated for coming home. But one of my points that I'm making about goofy ass TV is you don't see no pictures of him with a friend of his that came home. You see no pictures of him with a family member that came home, that he took out to eat, that he sent a money order, that he sent a book to. You see none of this. He does none of this. So what gives him the right, which is a rhetoric question, to even speak about how people are treated when they come home? If you look on my personal Instagram page, Uptown Eon, if you look on my business page, if you look on my Instagram page for the men that's still in the struggle, there are countless, over 20, 30 pictures and videos all together or more where one of my friends, they came home. And remember, Gully don't have no friends that's coming home after 20, 30, 40, and 50 years. He doesn't have those type of friendships. So he can never speak on those type of friendships. Everything that he says to identify with those type of friendships is fake. So my point is this. Gully has no friend that has ever come home after 20 or 30 years and he has done something for them. Now, and I can't say that he don't know nobody that has done 20, 30 years. I can't say that he don't got a friend, but he does not support niggas in jail. He believes some niggas should be in jail. He has no right to talk about that. Now, let me get to the point because I don't know when some people will see this, and more than likely I won't speak too long because I'm going to stay on this subject instead of me getting off into some other shit. But I got a friend that just did 31 years, okay? Did we celebrate him, like throw him a party and all this shit? No, we didn't. But let me give you an example of why we did treat him well. And I'm going to give you an example on a couple. My man Black just came home. I went to jail in 1993. My man Black went to jail in 1994. He just did 31 years on that charge. He went to jail at 17. We're not going to get all the way into the genetics and the biology of the human mind and how the Supreme Court has ruled that it's cruel and unusual to charge a child as an adult and give him life without parole without any take a second chance or recourse. But anyway, when my man came home, we bought him shoes, clothes, we took him out to eat, and all type of things like that. This is my friend. This is my partner. We don't have to use the word celebrate him. We fuck with him. We are happy that he's home. That's one person. Me, myself, I only did 17 years in prison. That's a long time in regular people's time. But in regard to some of my buddies who did more time, there's much more time to be done. When I came home, I had bags of new clothes that came from my aunt, my sister, her husband. I had money, like cash money. People was bringing me $200-300. My uncle gave me $1,000. My father got me an apartment where I could live. One of my aunts gave me a car. She knew I had some money coming. She said, just pay me when you get your money. Gave me a Jeep Cherokee. It's not called celebrating. See, Goofy TV got celebrating wrong because of what Mike Epps was saying. And Mike Epps used the word in the term that we shouldn't praise these guys. But even Mike Epps knows that there are some guys, for an example, I got a homie named Michael Howard. I would say his government name. We call him Polo. His Muslim name is Mubin. One of the best older brothers I met during my whole bid, man. Rest in peace to my man Gator. I met Michael Howard through Gator. Michael Howard served over 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. No one celebrated him when he came home, but his family, his woman, and other people who love him, they acknowledged him. Like, when you come from a code, when you come from a lifestyle where as though you can't tell, telling it's not in your DNA and your pedigree, and 1, 2, or 3 guys that you know that are your friends are your co-defendants, you don't tell on them, no matter what happens, not when you come from what we come from. So, with that being said, me speaking about the guys that I know that did all this time, for an example, we're going to get into another guy, friend of mine, brother by the name of Babyface. He just did 36 years in prison. He went to prison at 17 years old in 1989 and got a life sentence, basically. Caught a few extra charges while he was in prison. Most people thought he would never get out. It is a blessing, a humongous blessing. See, Gully, he a 5%er. His bitch ass think he God anyway. At least he portray like he know he ain't God. That's why the fuck he ain't want to fight Nussie. If he thought he was God, he would have struck Nussie down with a bolt of lightning. But he know he's mortal. He know somebody will break his face. That's why he got a knot on his head and a permanent busted lip. Goofy TV it is I'm talking about. He has no right to talk about anyone being celebrated when they come home from prison. He don't even send his son money orders in jail. He don't care nothing about no code. Now, let's get to Max B, since he keep dick riding Max B. Goofy TV, that is. I got the paperwork on the Max B situation where Max B implicates his brother in the crime, in the robbery. If the paperwork is real, let me say that. But the paperwork is on the internet. And he also informed, and I'm using the word totally honestly, innocently. He informed to the detectives that was investigating the case where the other woman lived. So don't tell me no Max B did his time like a man. He didn't come home a blade. How the fuck Goofy know if he came home a blade or not? How the fuck Goofy know what Max B did with his dick in jail? Goofy don't know shit. Goofy did his time at a bitch-ass, medium, punk-ass joint with a bunch of sex offenders there. He didn't even do his time at Graterfoot or no Max joint. He don't know nothing about jail. Then this bitch ass was sitting over there talking about me, talking about DC Blacks and 10 Toes and 2 or 3 other dudes only get 300 views. Nah, them bitch ass underground videos Gully be playing from all them niggas that he be taking advantage of. They can't get no type of notoriety or publicity nowhere else, and Gully shares their videos and probably charge them. That's what get 300 videos, 300 views. He sitting up here dick riding Max B. He don't know nothing about Max B. Max B paperwork is all over the fucking internet. But you let him tell it, he know about paperwork and shit all of a sudden. Gully TV, the same nigga went to see his crackhead friend on his dying deathbed that told on him before when they stole the purse that had $800 in it. I mean, had $8 in it. Now, I don't know why 10 Toes ain't got on him about that $8 purse thing. Africa waiting what? I already called them, bro. Call who? I'm calling ICE right now. Be prepared. Suck somebody dick, you bitch. Nobody give a fuck about you calling ICE. I wouldn't give a fuck if you call Homeland Security. Fuck you and fuck them. Don't nobody give a fuck about what you talking about. Get the fuck out. What you saying not even funny. I'm about to call ICE. You sound like a bitch. I'm about to call ICE. Anyway, but back to what I'm saying, because like I said, I wasn't going to be here that long. But nobody gives a fuck about Gully talking about niggas are not celebrating. Any one of my... Gully don't got no friends that went to jail and got life sentences and came back. He ain't got no friend that he did 10, 20, or 30 years with in support. He probably ain't supporting the family. He got a fucking son. Flesh and blood. His bitch ass got a son in jail that he don't do nothing for. Don't nobody give a fuck about Gully. Gully ain't no team player. Don't make me go show you the clips where Gully said he don't do shit. Watch out, we not doing that. We ain't getting them big right now. Gully said he don't do shit for the community. He only focused on himself. Only bitch ass niggas think like that. He talking about when I had a store, people broke into my store. They broke into your store like they broke into your car in Oakland, California because Goofy TV, Jamil Lindsay, is a bitch. Everybody know he a bitch. The niggas in his neighborhood know he a bitch. If you go back and look at the video that I dropped when I was talking about how much of a bitch he is with Erie dudes recorded, the dude Big Nussy, chumping him and checking him and he wouldn't fight. Before, if y'all go watch that video, whether you watch the one I made or you watch the one that Ten Toes and JoJo Capone and all these other dudes got, when you talking about Goofy TV, if you go watch the video, the guys that's sitting out there waiting for him to show up in his little ass Fred Flintstone Saab. He talking about I was in a foreign. Nigga, you was in a Saab, bruh. You was in a little ass old Saab. You might as well have been in a Honda Civic. That's a foreign too. They made in Japan. I don't know where the Saab is made, Sweden somewhere, but bruh, that's not really a foreign, bruh. You was in an old ass 2001 Saab. Nevertheless, the dudes that was out there waiting for him to come out there and see if he was gonna take the ass whooping or not, guess what they was out there saying? Man, let's hurry up and get this over with before he send his mother down here talking about squash that, squash that. His mother. The niggas in his neighborhood know he gonna go get his mother. And he's sitting out here talking about niggas celebrated or being celebrated for doing multiple decades in prison. I just hopped in. What's going on? Ain't nothing going on. I'm talking about Goofy TV, his bitch ass, talking about Mike Epps and the people being celebrated from prison. Goofy TV can't interject in no conversation about no niggas in prison. He don't fuck with no niggas in prison. He got a son, flesh and blood. The nigga look just like him. In fact, when Goofy TV be running around talking this bullshit about why he don't fuck with his son and why, he's never going to do nothing for his son. Your son is your flesh and blood. Any mistakes that boy made is a reflection on something with you. But, sidebar, Gully TV pretends that he done shot niggas and he done put niggas on the news. I don't believe none of it. But when you research Jamil Lindsay about anything pertaining to a firearm or shooting a gun or busting a gun, the only name that comes up is his son, the other Jamil Lindsay, that was 20-some years old when he did the shooting. He got like 2 shootings. One of them, they say he unloaded a gun or discharged a gun, like on a corner somewhere, and something happened. I forgot all the facts. But on another one, he was sitting in a car, like a Toyota Camry or something, and an individual walked up on the car, opened fire. And allegedly, according to the police report, when I was looking up this shit, because Gully said he done bust niggas that's in his jacket. He just talked tough. He hear other niggas talk like that and he mimicked that shit. Totally bitch ass nigga. He one of them bitch ass niggas that watched another nigga operate and then try to act like that nigga when they not around. But anyway, it say his son got out the car or returned fire before he got out the car, went to the hospital and never told on who shot him. Gully TV's son, according to what I read, is a keeper of the code because he got shot and he didn't even tell. But he went to jail and Goofy TV said he will never do nothing for him, his real son, flesh and blood. Even said something to the effect of, oh, he got 20 years to do, he'll be all right. Bruh, that boy a bitch. I don't understand why nobody likes him. So now he's sitting up there talking. Let me address something to y'all too. We ain't got to really sweat the whole thing about him talking about DC blacks get 300 views. I don't care about him saying that because that's not what the business is. And my checks don't look like I get 300 views every 21st of the month. But Gully got 220-something thousand subscribers. Anybody in here do math? If he got 220,000 plus subscribers, why the fuck do he get 5,000 and 10,000 views on his live? He don't get shit on his videos that he make. He don't make no videos unless it's a video that is something else he already did or he's stealing somebody else's content, like he stole the FBI lady content, like he stole the dude, the white boy FBI agent content. He act like he makes some specific content that's significant or even interesting. But my point is, If you look at my videos, even in my live streams might get between 3,000 and something. That's based on 30,000, 35,000 subscribers. He got 200,000 subscribers. Why the fuck he don't get 50,000 views on them jumps? That ain't nothing for me to get back and forth about. That's a good thing. Ain't nobody told them to go to prison. I'm clearly not talking to you. You made that comment out of the blue and nobody really cares. Like my buddies that went to prison, I don't give a fuck who told them to go. That's how I know you a weirdo. Every man that goes in needs some initial support when they get out. A lot of us went in when pagers were being used. A lot of old timers did. I had to learn to use the cell phone. DC motor vehicles moved from downtown. Finesse 2 times just the DC blacks in the feds. He a BBL Goofy. Well, I spoke about that Finesse 2 times shit on Instagram. Like, Shawty so far out my league, he never been to a penitentiary either. So all that about him talking about they put the knife in you, where Finesse 2 times did his time at, he ain't, I guarantee you he ain't seen no real knife slinging where he was at. He was at Beaumont FCI. Goofy demographics be sleeping the young. Be sleep. Goofy demographics be sleep. They young. Alright, I get it. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. But yeah, like I said, I ain't want to talk too much. I just wanted to say that, man. Like, I didn't even want to address the shit coming from Mike Epps. But Goofy be perpetrating so much, like he with the mental, he with the struggle. He don't even take care of his own son in jail. He don't fuck with nobody in jail. He probably was bullied in jail. That's why he don't like no niggas that got no jail credibility. Goofy ass nigga keep running around trying to tell people he from Philly. Nigga ain't from Philly. He ain't from nowhere close to Philly. He like 6 hours, almost 7 hours away from Philly, bruh. He closer to Cleveland than he is to Philadelphia. And he lives in Pennsylvania with his mama. No matter what DC blacks do, is they business. Bet no one bringing it to them on them pen yards. Yeah, like I try not to even have to, dispute that topic there. And if you notice, the same dudes that say DC dudes this and DC dudes this, they be the first one to say, oh, they'll hurt you. I ain't asked him to say that. He said that because subconsciously he know he'll get hurt. Oh, they stab you, they'll put that knife in you. In life, it's somebody from every city in the feds that'll put that knife in you. He said Unc said he live at home. At home with mom, not just at home. A stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom lives at home too, but more than likely it's her home that she shares with her family. He 50 years old in mama house. If you dig what I'm saying. And he got parts in his eyebrow. Is that cool, y'all? Make sure you like this video. Let me ask my people that's from like that tri-state area. Is parts in your eyebrow at 50 years old cool? He a stay-at-home son. He a stay-at-home son. He won't never leave. Gully won't meet me nowhere for nothing like that. I ain't really even into that. Smoking Reggie. We ain't gonna do that on YouTube, man. Where y'all from in here, though? Oh, nah, he can't fight. Not living at home with mom. He might can fight. I ain't never been scared of a fight. Like I done been outnumbered and different shit like that, but I ain't scared of no fight, bro. You most of the time, you're gonna walk away from a fight alive. And he wanna be woman with them eyebrows. Maryland, Florida. Shout out to Florida. Shout out to Maryland. That's right around the corner. You feel me? VA. Oh, you from VA? What part of VA? You from like the yo? Why don't you chill out for a second? Montgomery County to be exact. Shout out to Moco. You call it Moco? How you skip NYC, bro? What you mean, how I skip NYC? I didn't skip NYC. I just seen it. New York City, Harlem, what it do? Nah, I'm just saying he need to focus on getting out of mom's house. That's all. I mean, in order to talk that Big Willie shit now, if a dude went back home to take care of moms, that's cool too. But you can't talk that Big Willie, Southeast DC. What's up? Shout out to Boston, my Bostonians. I like it up there in Boston. I've been up there a couple times, but you can't sit on the internet. Well, you can do what you want, but if you sit on the internet and talk this Big Willie shit, and the price of living where you at ain't nothing, and you live at homes with mom. If you live at home with mom, you should be able to take care of moms and have your own Joan as a grown. You 50 years old, bro. He got parts in his eyebrow. Lord Legend was a great book, a classic, Slim. Thank you, man. I appreciate the love. That's one thing Gully ain't better than me. He's not a better author than me. He's not a prolific writer like he wanted to be. I'm talking about my published book. Your book is published because you published it on Kindle. You published it on KDP. You published it on Amazon print on demand. Anybody could do that if they got the time and the decency to do it. Who cares? You ever seen his book? His book look like this. You ever seen his book? His book look just like this. In a pamphlet form with a cover. It's pretty boy shit. At 50 years old for him, Silver Spring salute. What's up? Shout out to Silver Spring. So we got Boston, Florida, Maryland, New York, Harlem to be exact. He said pretty man shit. That's pretty man shit. Gully can't do no pretty boy shit, bruh. He got a bald head, big nose, busted forehead, busted lip, and parts in his eyebrow. Nothing about him would be considered pretty boy. Germantown, Maryland. Oh, I used to live in Gaithersburg before I had an apartment out there. Shout out to Germantown. Just think about it. Ain't never he never was a. You ever seen a kid picture of the boy? Look at them kid pictures of that. That nigga was a hideous, big head, buck teeth, ugly little motherfucker. He looked like a buckwheat. Oh, so you must be married. Look like the World Almanac. What? You for real? Mississippi. I ain't seen Mississippi in a minute. What part of Mississippi, man? Shout out to Mississippi. Marion Barry was born in Itabita, Mississippi. You know where Itabita at? Cinnamon Wood. I never even heard of that. Prince Miller met Joy Merlino at his Philly steakhouse. I saw that. I shared it. Shout out to Skinny Joey. Love the content. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've been a little busy. My man opened a store. A lot of us was helping him, man, move the stuff around. So I've been a little busy for a couple days. That's another reason why I'm on live. On my live stream on YouTube. What the hell is that, bro? I ain't with all that goofy shit. I remember you was in, and my cousin worked up the bookstore in Iverson Mall, and you was promoting. Salute, bro. Yeah, I used to come up Iverson Mall all the time. I had the bookstore up there, Urban Books. That's what it was called, if I ain't mistaken. Shout out to Dallas. I've been to Dallas a couple times. Merrin Burry from the Delta. I know some of his people. I'm from Jackson, though. Shout out to Jackson. I got a nephew by the name of Jackson. I got hella grits, gifts. Never paid money for it. I don't even know what you do with the blessings on blessings, man. I appreciate the love. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Do anybody in here got family or friends that's in jail? Somebody sent a high five. I appreciate all the love. I don't even know how to use all them jokes. Y'all seen the story that they've been running on national news about the National Guards from West Virginia that got shot here in D.C. by the dude that's supposed to be the Afghan national? I don't know what you mean when you say, yeah, a few folks. It goes to your monetization. It does? I don't even know how to read it, though. I see it say 261. I need to look that up. I don't even fully understand that. Look, locked up. Oh, man, I can't figure out what you mean. What you mean locked up, huh? What you mean by that, bro? Oh, he got a few folks that's locked up. Who do? Oh, all right. I was lost. You got to answer in a whole sentence. He allegedly worked for the CIA during the Afghan war. I saw that in the Washington Post. Do y'all know he did that with a revolver? I might got a picture. Let me see if I can show y'all a picture. Like the DC news be getting other stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Look, look what kind of joint he got. Yes, that was so sad. They were so young. Trump say, and those military men and women on the front line. Yeah, she was young. I think she was 20 years old. But he had a revolver, bro. Look at that. But I did see that though. Yeah, he had a revolver, bro. Look at him. 38 special, man. I ain't sure, but it was a revolver. I didn't never. That's why I think it was a suicide mission, bro. Free money, the gifts. Shout out to my man who sent. Shout out to everybody sending the gifts. Do a poll on who the women like in regards to who. Who's supposed to be in the poll? Me and Gully? Man, ain't nowhere in the world no woman gonna pick Gully over me, bruh. Not in looks or assets. They said 357 Magnum. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like a 357 revolver. How many women do we have in the chat? There's 59 people in here. How many women? Can you show hands of women? New Orleans check. Shout out to New Orleans. I love New Orleans. Can't be serious. Somebody brought it up. Now I'm asking how many women is in the chat. How many women we got in here? I don't have muscles, so are you asking me to show you some muscles? I got muscles. Why you say that? Oh, I guess that's one right there. I'm one of the women in here. Okay, so who would you prefer in a man? Would you prefer a man like me, whatever I look like or whatever I act like, or would you prefer Gully? Somebody said two so far. I want to see. Wells UK is here. Okay, I want to see. I'm really asking y'all that. He said, man, he only get 300 views. Don't worry about it. I got about 15,000 talking about you. Somebody said, of course you eat hands down. Let me ask this question. Would anybody pick Gully? Who is Gully? I'm new to your chat. That says a lot too. Who is Gully? That's this dude that wanted to, talk about me. Damn, I gotta go move that truck. Want to talk about me. Somebody say you over Gully any day. I'm a woman. Okay, all right. Shout out to the women. Would any woman pick Gully? Let's just do it like that. I ain't even asking y'all to say me. Would you anybody pick Gully over me? Would you rather go on a date with me or go on a date with Gully? In his Benz with his Vogues on it in his Benz station wagon. Gully is a cornball cheddar cheerleader for New York. Hit that like button. What's up, Luke, Mom? How you been? Be more careful. Shout out to Be More Careful. What's up, Baltimore? DC all days. Somebody said, fuck no. Okay. I ain't see nobody say yes at all. That's what I was looking for. Did anybody say yes? Nobody said yes at all. He's a bum, Gully. When you gonna go on a date? You gonna go back to his mother house and hang out with him in the basement? Like, is that not weird? Peace and blessings, my brother. Shout out from Baltimore City. Shout out to Baltimore. I just subscribed to you. I appreciate the love. Thanks for the sub. Gully said I move like a professional athlete. That's why I'm in the dribble. That's why I'm the dribble. Total clown. Man. Bruh, I look at him just to laugh. I don't take him serious business wise and I don't take him serious street wise. I'm from Washington, D.C., but like, it's real gangsters on every corner here. I can't say that for Erie. I might can say that for Philly, but I can't say that for Erie. It ain't gangsters on every corner. In this city I live in, it's gangsters young and old on every street corner. That's a hood. Move like a professional athlete. He lied like he was a professional athlete. Don't nobody believe nothing Goofy TV say. You can Google everything about him. Just look up Jamil Lindsay. You'll see his address, his car, everything. You won't see nothing top story on the news like he said. Erie Avenue in Philly. I ain't talking about Erie Avenue. I'm talking about Erie, Pennsylvania. Not Erie Avenue. Well, salute was just a word. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta plug this phone up, man. I was wondering, I don't think he over the jail. I doubt he over DC jail. He might be in a CIA interrogation room somewhere. Ain't no telling where he at. Are your books on Amazon? Yes, my books are on Amazon. Just look up Eon Williams. Eyone is my first name. I got about 13 books on Amazon in my name. And other people's name, I might got 40. Do you see what Mo said at the comedy show at the MGM? He said this is DC and this shit will escalate. I didn't see that. Nah, damn sure ain't over there. I think you talking about earlier. Comments coming in like 2 minutes behind. Nigga went to Japan to go sightseeing. He ain't do shit over there. He ain't go to no restaurant. He ain't go nowhere nice. He ain't spend no money. Question me, how was Diddy able to feed inmates? I don't know. I was thinking about it. I ain't look into it. Oh, he say Mike Epps. What are you talking about, Mike Epps? I ain't sure. I ain't see that though. Nah, they holding him over to jail. You think he over to jail? You sure? I don't know, so I ain't want to speak on it. I don't know. I don't know if he over to jail. I know he was in the hospital. How he get over to jail that fast? He shot. He might still be in the hospital somewhere. I think he shot. I don't know if they ever said he shot. I know he said he went to the hospital. He was in critical condition. Oh, not holding him over. I don't think he holding him over to jail. They might send that nigga to Quantico. That was some wild shit. They say he drove 6 days to get here with that little revolver. Came off the subway, letting that bitch go. Nah, they ain't gonna send him to Guantanamo Bay. But the CIA is evidently aware of him. They said he went missing 2 weeks before the situation happened or something. 6 days. They say he drove 6 days to get here. I don't know how long he was here, but I seen a report in the Washington Post that he drove 6 days from Washington State to get here, Washington, D.C. I'm gonna be honest. In my lifetime, I never seen a better basketball player in history than Nikola. Jokic. I can't go with that. Yeah, that was wild about that 6 days though. To come here and do that though, like I'm telling you, that was a kamikaze mission. I don't think he planned to go to jail alive. Somebody said you haven't been watching much basketball. That shit. He watched a lot of basketball. Where he expected to die. Nobody can't tell me he didn't expect to die. Did you see the video that's on the local like Instagram channels circuit with a National Guard? I don't know if his gun jammed or it wasn't cocked, but he was running around the bus stop fidgeting with his weapon. DC Blacks, what's up, man? Oh, podcast was so. That's my man Sean. What's up, Sean? Shout out to my man Sean, the podcast was so. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. He got a million billion subscribers over there. He doing that motherfucker. He good money. Boy just said he never saw a basketball player better than the Joker. Did he just say that? Yeah, he believe in the Joker. Sean G in the building. Shout out to Sean G, man. Shout out to the podcast with Soul, man. The number one podcast with coverage of Diddy. LeBron James. Hey, I like that interview you did with the dude that was Diddy, that was working out and hanging out with Diddy. That was a nice interview. I watched that jump. 456. What? What 456, man? Says, are you going to do the pen pal service again for DC inmates? I'm trying to I'm trying to revamp it. How I got to make it a little bit more cooler. Look like that kid from Wildin' Out. I don't know who that kid is. All the best to you, Eon. Shout out to my man Sean G. Salute. 202 Wing Productions. What's up, homie? Salute. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to my man channel, The Podcast with Soul. He doesn't wish to libel anyone or defame anyone. Sean Gumby. Sean Gumby Jr. I agree after LeBron James has to be Jokic. Where do I come from? A person who has studied the game for 20 years. I knew he was going to say that. Or something like that. Oh, good. Cold as a motherfucker. I was just out there. I got to go back out there. I got to go back out there. Hey, Sean G, you know who Gully TV is? I said Yoga's a bad motherfucker, and I'm pretty sure that you was gonna say that you had studied the game of basketball. I, I missed the grand opening, but it will be open on. But will it be open on Sunday? I think so. At some point in time, I think so. I want to stop and get some footage. Hit me on Instagram. I'm more than likely I'll be over there by the time the football games come on. Nah, when I said one of the people that was fidgeting with their weapon, I don't think that was the one that got hit. Yeah, I saw a video I saved, and I'm gonna try to piece together a YouTube video showing that video where where the National Guard was running around the bus stop, fidgeting with the pistol. I don't think Ray J really dissed DC. I think you gotta watch the entire video before you pass a judgment on it. The portion of the video where he was saying fuck DC, which he did say in that portion of the video, is not in context with the entire video. It's only in context with the one part that's filmed that people kind of ran with. So Ray J is singing, man. I'm not gonna see Ray J nowhere and try to put my hands on Shawty. Like, I don't take him. That's Moesha little brother, bro. That's Brandy little brother. We still support though. What's up, Unc? What it do? You feel me? That's Moesha little brother. You can't diss DC in reality riding by the monument. You damn near on 17th Street Northwest by the water. What was your thoughts on the Ray J shit? Like, I didn't even talk about it that much. I might have talked about it for 15 minutes. And I ain't say nothing about it when he came back to DC and was with some DC people. I ain't had nothing to say about it. Chilling on the outside. What do you mean chilling on the south side? Yeah, I figured you mean the south side. I'm telling you, it's a longer version. Not a longer version. It's a longer recording of that video that everybody was talking about. Once I saw that, which I said in the beginning, like Dude said, E, why you ain't say nothing about it? I said, because that's not the whole video. Like, I like to know what I'm talking about. Now that is hilarious. He said he go to one southeast hood and then start playing with pistols. He said he was talking to streamers or about streamers. If you ever see the first part of the video when he goes on that rant, he mentions some of them. And then later on that night, he mentioned Wale by name. Alright, I've been on here for a minute, man. I got to plug this phone up, man. We ain't gonna get too much into Ray J, man. I mean, that's typical DC for you. They gonna run with that part. Shout out to the homies, though, man. DC or nothing. Free the men. Go.